Oh, that was a slow start to the stream. It seemed to take forever to actually get started. So, hold on a sec. I don't know, just nothing seemed to work. I had a whole bunch of little small small technical gremlins kept popping up today. Uh, just just little things. Not sure. I actually need to use some hand sanitizer. Um, I've been touching a whole bunch of stuff. Not I'm not worried I'm going to catch anything, but you know, just general germs and stuff. Actually, I got so this stuff here. Can't really you see. It's called Germ Killer by a company called the Bearded Chap, and right at the beginning of the pandemic, last March, so a year ago March, when everything shut down, um, a lot of companies were struggling, particularly in regional Australia, to cope with the fact that a lot of their tourist business had been wiped out. I've somebody I've known for a long time through work and things. Her family run a gin distillery up north of Sydney, and they pivoted to making hand sanitizer. And so it was at the same time, basically, you couldn't get hand sanitizer in the store. So I literally just bought 5 or 6 bottles of this hand sanitizer from their gin distillery. Because the process of making gin and ethanol based hand sanitizer is actually pretty similar. So I bought a bunch of hand sanitizer from them, and then I saw an ad for this company, the Bearded Chap, and they make products for things like beard. What's the word I'm looking for? Beard maintenance products. And again, because of the shortage of hand sanitizer and things like that, they just had the facilities to make hand sanitizer. And, they're a local Australian business, and everybody was a bit worried. So I bought, I think, 4 bottles of that stuff, and it's really, really good. It smells nice too. It doesn't smell like, it's not fragrant. It just smells like properly distilled alcohol, which is kind of cool. So I bought a bunch of that, and I'm still using it to this day. We don't we don't buy a whole host of Dettol and all that stuff. We have a couple of little bottles for the car when we're out and about. But yeah, I tried during the pandemic. I tried to support all of these small local companies. There was a whole bunch that were making aloe gel based hand sanitizers and stuff. And yeah, we would just buy those as well. Whenever we would see them, we'd just pick up a bottle here and there. And during the pandemic, actually, we did quite a lot of that. Actually, it was really interesting during that period of time, sort of from March 2020 through like June of 2020, because we were sort of not locked in our houses. That's not the right way of describing it. We were under, reasonably stern lockdown like the rest of the world. We didn't spend any money. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything. We buy groceries and come home. So yeah, it was just saving all kinds of money. And so I decided at that point to just make sure that we supported local businesses with that money, and we would order takeaway and stuff from local shops and would walk over and get it because, to be fair, Uber Eats and Deliveroo and all of those services, Menu Log and everything, and DoorDash, to be fair, they helped keep a lot of small cafes, restaurants, and food services places. They help keep them in business. Let's not mince words that, you know, when you couldn't have people in your cafe or you couldn't have people in your restaurant, you needed to find a path to the customer, and delivery is very hard for restaurants to do. So it used to be back in the day, everybody will remember this, pizza places and Chinese food places and things like that, they would deliver, and they would have their own delivery people. But the insurance for drivers is astronomical. The insurance companies just gouge them, right? They considered it high risk activity and all kinds of stuff. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. And so a lot of places just stopped doing delivery. And then when, Uber Eats came along, it made it easy. But, I see Tony's point there in chat. Uber Eats just charges too much, or not too much. They just charge a lot. It's expensive for the restaurant. They take some weird cut. It's like 30% or something. And you can't transparently pass that on to the customer, because if I go to the local pizza place that we like here in our suburb, I know what a pizza costs. And if I'm having to pay 30% more because of Uber Eats, it's not going to cut it. I'll just not bother. One of the things I read somewhere is that one of the biggest beneficiaries of Uber Eats was McDonald's, because it drove up the cost of eating out to the point where people were like, well, I'll just hit drive-through and I'll just grab some McDonald's, which is pretty amazing. And then McDonald's had Uber Eats doing their deliveries for them. And McDonald's cut a special deal with Uber Eats. So McDonald's benefited from people thinking takeaway was too expensive to be delivered, so going through McDonald's drive-through, and then got to use the infrastructure of Uber Eats at a discount. It's good if you're, the red clown, but for everyone else, it's a bit rough. So yeah, we tried during the original phases of the pandemic to eat locally. There's, in the suburbs we live in, there's a local Facebook group, and actually there's a lot of that stuff. So, everybody sort of shares which local cafes are doing what kind of takeaway, how much it costs, when is the best night, because they all do usually different kinds of meals every night. They do set menu, because most cafes are not designed for the volume of takeaway. And they can't really have their full a la carte menu because spoilage, right? So they're kind of doing set menus, which is smart. I think that's pretty clever. But people are sharing, this place does this on this night and it's really good. We had it and it feeds like 5 people or whatever. So there's a whole community thing going around, which is cool. And so got sidetracked. So I bought lots of this kind of product. I still have it. Still going through the hand sanitizer. It is ridiculous. I mean, I could probably go in the cupboard. I've got like seven or eight of these. I probably have 3 to 4 liters of hand sanitizers kicking around at the moment. If I had to go through it all. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I think one of the things that's really frustrating right now, where we are with respect to lockdowns and everything else, I was reading about the company, I forget their name, but they made masks. So again, during the original part of the pandemic, PPE was a real problem, right? It was very, very difficult to get personal protection equipment. It was all because it's all made in China, and the Chinese were obviously having their own COVID issues, and shipping globally was a mess. And so the logistics of getting masks and gloves, although gloves are made in Malaysia, so that's a little bit different, but getting gloves and everything else anywhere in the world, never mind Australia, was hugely problematic. So what the New South Wales government here in Australia did, basically, almost single-handedly, the New South Wales government took out their surplus. The government here has been running a surplus for years, took out the surplus and wrote a check and said, you know what? If you run a business and you can make PPE, the government of New South Wales will be your customer. They set up a website and said, put us the proposals here, the things we need. And if you make it, we will help you tool your factory and we will be your customer. And so lots of companies started making medical grade PPE here in New South Wales. All kinds of crazy things like, if you remember back, ventilators. Ventilators were a huge issue. Everybody was really super concerned we were not going to have enough ventilators. And Australia has, per capita, a pretty high volume of ventilators, but nobody was certain in sort of March and April of last year what the number we were going to need was. Well, ResMed, who makes CPAP machines, are a Sydney-based company. They're the largest maker of CPAP machines in the world. And CPAP is air pressure for sleep apnea. So it's you wear a mask and it forces air into your wind passage. And ResMed are Sydney-based. And they have a factory out in Balcombe Hills, actually. It's a factory. They do production out there, but it's where they do a lot of their research and design, and it's where their management are. And the New South Wales government basically worked with them to say, could you turn your CPAP machines into ventilators for all intents and purposes? And ResMed was able to produce thousands of ventilators for the New South Wales government. The New South Wales government just stuck a whole bunch in the national stockpile. And so Australia has more ventilators than we know what to do with. In fact, Australia started sending them overseas. We had so many at one point. And again, that was New South Wales government who did that, and it's just local companies. But I was reading about one the other day, and they made masks, as I was saying. They made the medical grade surgical masks. And they hired hundreds of people. They doubled their production equipment. It was a big, huge effort they went through. And in fact, the Prime Minister personally called the guy who owned the factory and said, I need you to be able to make, I want to say it was like 6 million masks a week or something like that. It was a crazy number. And this company was doing like 800,000 masks a week before this. And they were the only company in Australia making them. And the Prime Minister said, help us help you get to this number. And within, 6 weeks, they were up to, I think, 5 million masks a week or something like that. It was crazy. They just ramped up. They hired dozens and dozens of people. And now, a year later, they've laid off 80% of the people they hired. They're back to making just over, I think, 1 million a week. 60% of the new equipment they put in place is idle because the hospitals and the medical purchasers have gone back to buying stuff from overseas. So you sort of sit here and say to yourself, well, what's the benefit of this? Like, this poor guy, he made an investment. I'm sure he took a profit out of it. Good for him. But he made this investment. He did what he was asked. And now, effectively, the state governments, right, in their health departments, They went back to their old ways, and we'll lose that capacity again. And it's the whole issue here in Australia with vaccines. I read about this all day. It's really annoying. It's really annoying, right? Where here in Australia, the Australian government, the whole vaccine thing is a bit of a kind of a weird one. The Australian government effectively bet on the AstraZeneca vaccine. And the reason they made that bet was because CSL, an Australian company, they could produce AstraZeneca here, and they could produce over 1 million doses a week. And Pfizer and Moderna, because of the temperature they need to be shipped at, and the distance Australia is from anywhere where you can manufacture mRNA vaccines, it's actually a real problem. It's logistically quite difficult to ship Pfizer and Moderna to Australia. So the Australian government kind of decided that the bulk of the vaccines that we would deploy in Australia would be AstraZeneca. It was a smart bet at the time. July 2020, all the vaccines were still in development. AstraZeneca was leading in terms of their development process because they had done a lot of research on a vaccine for both SARS and MERS. And because those are both coronaviruses, the research was quite similar. So AstraZeneca from the University of Oxford or Oxford Uni, we're out in front. And so when you put everything together, the ability to manufacture it domestically, the fact that it didn't need high levels of refrigeration, the fact that it could be stockpiled, in light of everything that was going on, it was the smart bet to make. And then AstraZeneca had a few issues during the regulatory review process, but nothing dramatic. And then CSL here in Australia had some supply manufacturing issues early on in the process. So, they were not getting the yield they thought they would get initially, and they needed to dial in the process, which, again, that happens. And the government still decided to be safe and buy a whole bunch of Pfizer and buy a whole bunch of Moderna, but that would be later on to supplement and ramp up the AZ vaccine. And then, of course, when we started to deploy AZ, some of the blood clotting issues cropped in. And it happened at a time when the suppression strategy that the Australian government was using was actually working really well. And so it was okay to wait. There was no need to panic about vaccinations. We could take our time. And then obviously this outbreak happened in Sydney. The Delta strain is more virulent. It's problematic. And so the smart bet that the federal government made didn't pay out properly. Now, there's a lot of context there. I think probably the one that doesn't get played enough is that the regulator for the vaccine, AITG, I think they are. I think that's the name of it. I can't remember. For vaccines, changed its guidance and said that people under 60 should only get Pfizer. And so they damaged the AZ brand. And people thought it was the second class vaccine. And the reality is the rates of potential issues are minuscule in reality. That's not to diminish them. People died. It's not good. But in the grand scheme of things, more people have died unvaccinated in the last 4 weeks by a factor of hundreds when you consider that we're talking about 3,500 infections and 20 something dead people. Meanwhile, there are hundreds of thousands of people who've been vaccinated with AstraZeneca here in Australia, and millions in the UK and in Canada and places. And here in Australia, there's, 3 or 4 people who've had an unfortunate reaction. And now the government's having to try and get the messaging back on track around AstraZeneca to get the vaccination rates up. So I think the whole program is just bad messaging. I think that's the problem. I think a lot of health bureaucrats, when this is all over, we need to ask some questions about, hey, did you do, Tony uses the word probability, did you do risk analysis on this? What did you think would happen if you changed your guidance on these vaccines and something bad happened? Did you think that through? And the answer will be no. And I think part of the problem we have in the Western world is we don't hold our bureaucrats to a high enough standard of competence and capability and accountability. When a bureaucrat makes a mistake, we have a tendency to just roll the shoulders and do a review, and a white paper comes out and it's all forgotten. And I think we need to be a little bit harder on that and say, well, who made this decision and under what pretense? And then we'll stand back and say, well, this person X, decided that this low probability risk was worse than the likelihood of an outbreak and the damage that would cause, and they were wrong. I think it's not unreasonable. It's not a witch hunt, and it's not we're not doing an inquisition. We just should know who made that decision and why. And how do we make sure we don't make that decision again? There needs to be some level of accountability. But anyway. Sorry, I just saw that, Tony. You got your jab, mate. Good for you. So your first one, you go back in 3 or 6 weeks? What are they spreading you out now? I got my notification from New South Wales Health today that my second shot next Wednesday is confirmed. I had to fill in the form today to tell them it's okay to inject me. I'm a good person. So that's next Wednesday. Oh, it's Friday night. I'm on the water. Okay, so it's about 5 weeks, right? Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. Good for you. I was reading just then, there are 3.1 million vaccines in stockpile in Australia right now. So a week we are doing 1.3 million vaccine jabs this week. We imported 1.35 million Pfizer shots this week. We produced 1.6 million AstraZeneca shots this week. And we have several million Moderna shots coming in September. So this whole thing, I saw a politician today saying there's a shortage of vaccines. It's just a lie. It's just not true. We have a problem of distribution right now, but when you have 3 million doses and you're only deploying 1.3 a week, and you're getting 2.6 to 3 million new ones a week, you don't have a supply issue, you have a distribution issue. And I think that particular politician who made that statement, he should be forced to account for his statement because it's not true. And it's dangerously not true. But anyway, I'm glad, Tony, you got your shot sorted, and your chances now of having an adverse reaction should you unfortunately get infected diminish greatly. And that's excellent for you. As we've learned in Australia, in this most recent outbreak, the people who have the very bad outcomes are people who are unvaccinated. And, unfortunately, some people who only have one have bad outcomes, but not people who have two. So get your shot. It's the smart thing to do. Sorry, just, yeah. So anyway, what else going on? It's Friday. It's a win. It's a dub. Yeah, no, it was good about Iron. I am certain Mr. Iron is not watching, I'm certain Mr. Iron isn't watching, but, I sent him a note, wishing him congratulations, on changing his life, and, hope, it's a cool thing. Becoming a parent, it's probably the most rewarding thing you can actually do, in my experience. And I said to Iron, if you're lucky, you'll be like me, and your kid will grind camos for you when they get old enough. I don't know if Jace is in the chat, but we were playing around in CX9 today, and I got Zach to sit in and do my hip fires and no attachment and triples, bloodthirsties for me. He knocked it out in like 3 games or something, which was good. So I'm all done. So I said to Iron, if you're lucky, you'll be like me and you'll get a kid who can do that for you when you get old. And so he came back. He thought that was quite funny. But if by some crazy thing Stefan is watching, congratulations, my friend. Congratulations to your partner and your parents, who are both lovely people. And I hope everything is healthy, happy, and you enjoy the new phase of life that you're entering, because it's good fun and incredibly worthwhile. So that out of the way, I think it's getting time to game. I got a bit tilted. I gotta admit, I got a bit tilted last night. At the end of stream with Endzone. I'd done the hard work. I'd done the good yards to get the community built and stable and growing and happy and doing all the things, and then it just seemed like the game decided that's enough out of you. We're gonna punish you. And I just kept over and over and over again. I kept having, I had epidemics. I had raiders hit the village. I had a sandstorm. The water disappeared. It was just one thing, excuse me, one thing after another, all in short order. And I tend not to get frustrated. I mean, it's just video games, right? It's nothing. But I got, by the end of that last night, I was just like, I'm done. I need to stop. I'm going to chuck my mouse through the monitor in a second. So we had to end a bit early. I'm noticing here my hair is very long. Like, holy crow. Wow, look at that. This pandemic goes on any length of time, I'm gonna have a real problem. Not with my hair. Look at over here. Right over here. Like, it's so long, it's sticking outside of the. Bloody hell! What a mess. So if this lockdown lasts for much longer, I'm gonna have to have some kind of stupid top knot or something, some kind of man bun to control my hair. Because I look awesome. I mean, I always look amazing. But it just goes with the territory. Undercut. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I always look really fly. Yeah, Neche, that's right. I'll start wearing Fila clothes and white shoes and stuff. But yeah, I need to get this sorted out. It's gonna become a problem. So I was saying, just handsome guy like me, top knot, I could pull that off because I'm awesome, but it's not ideal. It's not what you want. Just look, if you can't make fun of yourself, who can you make fun of, right? If you're too much of a big giant baby to have a bit of fun at your own expense, then you shouldn't be having fun at anybody else's expense. And it's a pity that Jason's not here, because I give it to him all the time with his old man stuff. So I set him up for the perfect opportunity to give me a bit back. Although he's not really in a position to talk about anyone's hair. So yeah. All right, let's figure this out. I'm really annoyed actually at the moment. I wanted to get I went to order, I think I said the other night, I went to order a Stream Deck, and they're all out of stock everywhere. And they're not coming back in stock for a few weeks, so I'm going to have to try and maybe import one from overseas or something. I'll have to get one from the UK or something, because right now I'm using the Stream Deck app on my phone. And man, I'll tell you what, it works by Wi-Fi. It connects by Wi-Fi to your PC. And that said, it's a nuisance. The Wi-Fi just is so useless. And I'm sure it's something to do with the Bonjour service in Windows and on the iPhone and stuff, but I don't give a rat's ass what it is. It's just a pain in the ass, to be honest. So now I'll have to do this all manually like some kind of savage. All right, here we are. Let's turn up the volume on the game. All right. Let us continue. Okay, so where are we at? Still got a bit of pandemic rolling around. Bury the dead settlers. Like, everybody's unhappy and stuff. It's just kind of a pain in the bum. Like, everyone's unhappy. Like, and here's the thing. Everyone's sick. Why? Oh, okay. Well, no, anyway, I don't get it. They were telling me they had too much vaccine or medication. I keep calling it vaccine. So we got homeless people, dead people, or homeless people, sick people, and unhappy people. Wicked. So our settlements... that's the refinery. Where are our settlements? Settlement is full. So all of our settlements are full. We have dozens and dozens of people who are homeless. Excellent. Well, let's let things move, shall we? So resource-wise, we're good on food, we're good on water, we're good on wood. Our tooling could be better. Is there any... What are our production limits? All right. So we don't have any limits in that kind of way. So let's... Okay, we're all good. Okay. Settlement inventory. So we have a surplus of water. We have a surplus of pretty much everything right now, except cloth, and activated carbon masks and metal tools and medicine. Okay, so we need to improve some of that stuff. Now, the refinery. What is the go here? Okay, how are our people? So we're all good on food. Let's ramp up the bodies at the refinery. So the refinery's job is to produce cloth and such. Okay, so if we go down here, we need more activated carbon masks. Okay, so you can start making metal tools. Get everybody making metal tools. And we're going to get you doing activated carbon masks for the most part. So there's that. Now, the other thing we can do is build a new shelter somewhere. Okay, let's build it out over here maybe. Okay. And that'll at least get rid of some of the homelessness. We should probably increase the hospital workers a bit. That's the research place, never mind. Where's the medical facility? Okay, so you have your maximum workforce now. Alright. Can't really do much of anything. We're in a holding pattern on population, which is good. What's our production? So we're short of water. We're starting to lose water again. Okay. Cloth and coal are problems. Yeah, okay, so why is the water... Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna build a jetty. Here. We're gonna build water tower here. Okay, let's go. What are our builder numbers like? Yeah, we got lots of builders. Okay, what are you people on about? Homeless, unhappy, epidemic. Okay, what do you folks want? Okay, new medicine. Okay. Can we upgrade this soon? Okay, so we're repairing buildings still. Which buildings are damaged? Really have any buildings. This all down here is a bit rough. It's all a bit scuffed down there. It's all a bit scuffed. What's, you're running out of scrap, eh? Let's move your area. Okay. Okay. Wow, they're pretty much full. Making all the vaccine they can. Got a couple extra settlers. One in the refinery, one in the scrap will do. Ah, the water carriers could be... No, well... What's going on here? Okay, so now we're producing more water than we know what to do with. Mushrooms, we're doing good. Lupines, cloth. Cloth is still a problem. Okay, so... Let's do that. And let's get some Oh, that was what we needed. We needed electronics. Okay. Yeah, see, we're making it here. Maybe we should just build another refinery. Let's do that. Just build another refinery. There's not a lot of point in building these things. They just don't seem to work. Now, how do can I... What's this? Black salsify. How do I get to this guy? Okay. Where's... Do we still have a person? And, still have a scout. Okay. Let's, open the exit. Okay, so... Let's go there. Like, it's right near the village, so it can't possibly be that risky. Need to clean that up. Okay, go away. What do we got going on here? Oh, right, because we're repairing buildings. Okay, what's the repair status? Um, okay, let's... Okay. Let's repair that next. We're seemingly going to have to manage this process. Because we're not... Okay, so water and food are good. Wood is good. Scrap. They seem to be declining. So what's going on? Cloth is still in the hole. Where's our scrap? I don't really see that. So resources. Okay. There's no sort of wood and scrap seem to be positive. Okay. Well, we'll have to trust the numbers, I guess. Let's get our food situation. So we don't... Yeah, we're really... How are they going for repairs? Are they actually doing the repairs? Like, I'm sort of looking at this and not seeing it actually happening. Okay. Let's just get that repaired then. Okay, so we'll come back and check that soon. Okay, so we have more of another one of these. Technicians. So the problem we have is that we have more jobs than people now. I need to start getting the scrap collection, I think. Okay, are you even being repaired? Okay. I think we're gonna have to focus on building as opposed to repairs, because the repairs just don't seem to be happening. We need to get on our bicycle here. Never mind. Keep it. Let's... I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna change it. I need to get stuff built. In fact, food is in good shape. So we're gonna take some people out of here. And we're gonna put them into the building side. We need to just get moving. The thing about this game, I find, is that at normal speed, it's too slow. And at whatever this is, fast game speed, it's too fast and you start running into all kinds of problems. Like right now, our scrap is dropping dramatically. And so if you don't quite keep an eye on everything, it all sort of goes to pot quite quickly, which is annoying. Okay. What are... Okay. So food and water are good. All these things are good. How's this going? Yeah, we're just not making any progress at all on the building activities, it would seem. I don't quite understand why. So here's a person. Let's move him along a little bit faster. And see what happens here. Okay, so he got some wood. Okay, let's go. It's a cake shop. Okay, so what does this do? So this person's a refiner. This person's a builder. They're a farmer, a fisherman. You can go. You can go. You can go. And you. Okay. Start. Go. All right, how are we going over here? I wonder, is this the lack of logisticians? But it seems like they're builders, right? So, okay, so the jetty is now done. Let's build that as a priority. Okay, so where's the scrap guys? Okay, so you got lots of scrap. You got lots of scrap. You got lots of scrap. You got, okay, good, good. Excellent. Water and food are good. Wood, tools. Okay, so we need more cloth. There's an oncoming drought, okay. Unhappy settlers. Okay. Complete the mission. How do I do that? I can't even do it anymore. Oh. Okay. Great. So there's less unhappy people now. Okay. What do I have to do? Let's do it. What was the... Great. Yep. Okay. So you are the next priority. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's almost done. And then build another settlement or a shelter, whatever they're called. Or can we build another one? Wow. Can't build it out there. I'm gonna have to start building down over this way, I guess. Okay, so you'll be the next thing to build. Okay, so our wood and scrap are taking a hit now because we're doing a lot of building. What's our food situation at the moment? Wood and scrap. Peaches, water. To be a little bit careful here. Unhappy people. We still have 124 unhappy people, which is kind of a nuisance. The drought is coming. We really need to increase the water carriers at the moment to try and make sure we stockpile as much water as we can. Let's turn on the filtration system. Let's build that. Right next to it. Okay. The water situation is becoming a worry because we're throwing more people at the problem, but it seems to be going in the wrong direction. Oh, there, it's going up now. All right. What's your issue? Okay. Never mind you. So they don't have any people. Gotcha. So tools are going to become a problem here in a second. Okay. Yep. Wood is good. Scrap collecting is fine. Okay, so our water situation is going to be So we can't do any fishing right now, so let's just get rid of them. And we'll add some builders. We'll add some of these people. We'll add some of these. We'll do this. Stock up here. Let's get on with the stuff that we can do. While we wait for our water supply. Wow. We still have more homeless people. How's this even possible? Oh, right. That's not built yet. Never mind. Oh, we have a sandstorm coming. This is kind of the nuisance part. Oh. Hopefully the water. Wow. Oh, yeah. Love to see it. Okay. Let's get this built. And then we'll move on to repairing buildings. Okay. Okay, let's slow this down, and then let's do this.
That was right. Warnings really have been posted everywhere on the building. Guess she means business. But I can't see anyone at the moment. Should we get...
Okay. How are we going with this thing? Like, where are the people bringing the stuff to us? This, because this is becoming somewhat of a nuisance now. Not being able to complete this. Why do we have to go all the way over there for the scrap? Does this not have any scrap? It does. Okay. We should get some rain here in a minute, which would fill the water back up. There we go. Perfect. Okay, water. We gotta pause. We need to get our water people back. Okay. So our fishing people, we can decline this. Get our fishermen back. What's this? Yeah, our water reserves are low, that's true. Okay, so now we'll go to the town hall and we'll wait, what? We'll focus on repairing buildings. Let's go. What is... Wait, what? Okay, so everything is doing well. Even the water's starting to go back up, which is good. So the builders, I think, are the ones who do... Who does the repairs? I'm pretty sure it's the builders who do the repairs. Okay. Okay, does this person... Is he going to repair this building? Is that the move? Yes, okay. Okay, so what are these people unhappy about now? Okay. Assign settlers. Okay, so let's have another mortician. Yep. Food situation's good. The water is improving. Improved radio mast. Okay. Let's go over here. Where's our... Yep. Start the research. Let's go see what the research center is doing. So they need the stuff. They've only got 2 people. So, what can we... Where can we rob Peter to pay Paul? Farmers. Where's the... Okay. Let's collect some scrap. Okay, where is that? Okay, so... We should probably build a warehouse somewhere over here, because this... Yeah, let's... Logistics. Okay, you should be soon... repaired. Okay, so water's good. Food is good. Everything seems to be good. That's excellent. More interested in, less interested in them catching fish and more interested in them getting repaired. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so What other buildings are in need of repair? Wow, there's a lot. Our jetty. Actually, this is where it would be, I think, wise. I think it would be wise. Oh. More sick people. Holy crow. What's going on? Okay. What's the trading post? Do we have one of them? Oh, we do. Right. I didn't even know we had one. Okay. Let's, what's our buildings like? Okay. So... Okay. We really need... What's being repaired? Like, come on. So that's fixed. Is there any other important buildings that are in bad shape? It's just houses. We can fix those later. Okay, so let's switch to that. And now, what's first? So you're first. Let's make you a high priority and then you. And let's see if we can ramp up the number of builders we've got. Yeah, that's a good idea. Do we have 2 refineries now? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Perfect. So we should be producing a lot more stuff. Okay, so there's heaps of stuff being delivered. Okay, let's check out our... Okay, so where are you? You got lots of scrap. Okay, you are out of things presumably to do. Okay. There you go. Okay. Yep, we'll do some decorations. Metal tools and radiation suits. Okay. Okay. So... Oh, that's activated gas masks. Wait a second. Let's just do all radiation suits. Let's do that. And are you producing metal tools? Yes, you are. Okay. Is there an upgrade to the tool places? Upgraded workshop. Unlocked when? Through research, okay. What do we got going on for research? So... Okay. So what were we building? Okay, so there, that's good. Trading post. And then what else can we build? Okay, so let's build these tool productions are super slow. I'm not sure why we're not able to produce more. Okay, what's our... We got maximum tailors and maximum technicians. Okay. Maybe we just need to build some more of those things. Okay. The wood situation is a worry. Okay, so let's look at the foresters. Okay, so we can kind of cut back on the wood. Why are they all having to go over there? Just doesn't make sense. There's a warehouse just here. Okay, well, might make it. We might make it. Okay, so that's 5 done. There's one more under construction somewhere. Or is there? Maybe there's not. Okay, decorations. Okay. Wood, scrap. It's all good. It's all good. Cloth's a bit low, but that's alright. Okay, so the wood is there. It's going to be tight on the radiation suits. Okay. So the decorations are done. Alright, so the decorations are finished. We're getting close on the other items. Hopefully we can get this complete pretty soon. I dislike intensely the fact that we have to walk all that way to do stuff, but there you go. So the radiation suits are the last thing left standing. It's just so slow. Okay, one more. And we're done. Oh. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice the whole water thing. Well, what we can do then is we don't need the water people. We don't need the fishermen. Let's get them onto some scrap. Let's get them onto some refining work. Let's get them... Oh, we don't have a teacher anymore. That's not useful. Let's get them building stuff, I guess. What's going on? Imminent raider attack. A trader's arrived. Go to the trading post.
Hey, I hope the sleazy settlement has stuff I can do something with. At any rate, it's your lucky day because Lizzie Riley
Hi, Lizzie.
is precisely what you pitiful little ones are looking for.
What's this? Iodine? Sure, well, let's have all that. Okay, let's cut back this. Let's cut back that. Let's cut that in half. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Okay. I don't need that much stuff.
You're not exactly making the best impression. With those long faces, it's already about as low as it gets. Come on, shove that.
Okay, so we'll just take less of this. Don't need any of that. Let's take more of those.
Fine, we can work out something with that. Though your mugs are fierce inside,
All right.
on the inside puts things right. Just stick with what you're doing, and Lizzie will come by and see you again.
Thanks, Lizzie. All right, let's get out of there. Oh, sandstorm. This is just night. This is nightmarish. We have okay. What's this? Imminent raider force. Okay. Let's get the building repairs going. Hopefully the water will come. Excuse me, water will come back soon. Where's that armory thing there? Okay, so we're gonna need to. We got another one of those. Defense. We need another munitions factory. Okay. Gotta have some rain here soon there, folks. Ah, good. So let's lower the refiners down to this. Get some fishing happening again. Excuse me. Get that up. Okay, what do we need? We probably need to start. Where's the place that makes the weapons? I don't know what this is. $20. Where does it say that? Oh, do these people make... Oh, okay. So they also do that. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so scrap and wood are good. We might have to eventually add some military people. How are our building repairs going? Pretty much everything is in good shape. Okay, so we can move back now towards building again. Let's go. This should be a priority building. Coal. Ah, okay. Can I build a coal mine or something? Resources. Where is the mine? How do I learn what resources there are? Okay, let's just build another mine just to see what happens.
The scout was right. Warnings really have been posted everywhere
Okay.
on the building. Guess she means business. But I can't...
She fired a warning shot. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna just destroy that place. I think it's probably the best thing to do. Where is it? The cake factory. This. Okay. Well, we'll just salvage it. Speaking of which, what are you doing? Okay. 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 Is there a way to change what it mines for, maybe? Oh. Nose is running. How do I find something else? Like, I really need a coal mine. Charcoal burners. Okay, so... Ooh. We need to keep an eye on our food supply. That started to dwindle quite rapidly there. Okay. So we need to hire another mortician, huh? We'll just stick one of you. Okay. Yeah. Did I just add 54 people? Holy crow. Okay. So that'll help that. Probably don't need that many of those. Okay. Now, let's start doing that. Okay. Build another shelter. Okay, what's the research situation? Loitering ban. Start research. So let's go. All right. So our water is going up. Our food is going up. Our protective equipment is a problem, but seems to be improving. Okay. Okay. Everything seems good. We need lots of housing, huh? Okay. Let's add... resources, scrapyard. Logistics. Let's put a warehouse here. Let's do forester here. A charcoal kiln next to them. Let's go. Oh, we probably need another one, eh?
You've said my people are hopeless cases. We were once. I took in one and all. Together we are strong. Give us what we need. Then no one will get hurt.
Mate, my people are gonna destroy you.
Fine. Don't relinquish the least bit of what's yours. Then it's time for us to come to you.
No problem, bro. Let's add some defense stuff. Yeah, we're all pretty good there, mate. Okay, come on, we'll see you. Oh, maybe I should just move some people around. Let's get them. Where can we move them from? Oh well.
We'll rise again.
Yeah, sure you will.
Over and over again. And that's a
We destroyed. Nice. Hello? Oh. Our herbs is a problem. Okay, so we need to have more of those. Okay. Okay, we really... Okay. Repair. So now we can lower the number of militia to a reasonable number. Get the repairs happening. Where's the herbalists? Probably need to... That was probably an oversight on our part. We'll need to add some herbalists, I think. Resources. Where's the herbalists? Okay. Okay. Let's look at those repairs at the moment. Okay. School. A watchtower. Oh, that's not good. Need to get onto those fairly quickly. Okay, so tools, everything seems okay. I'm a little bit worried about this number here. So what do we got going on? Tailors, we got max. Our homeless situation is not great, but it'll get sorted soon. We got a drought coming. That's a real problem. That is a big problem. Okay. We'll have to hope for the best. What's going on? Why are we not doing the repairs? What's going on? Why is this taking so long to fix things? Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so somewhere there was a watchtower being built. That was a priority. This one, I think. Was it? Okay. Okay, so now they should be racing through the repairs now. So that water tank is full. I'm not going to have a chance. What's this? What's the repairs looking like? Are we all back to normal now? Okay, so let's go to the... Are we back to normal? Perfect. Let's go to the town center. Do building. Okay. So that took a toll on our scrap. The protective equipment stuff is a bit of a worry. Okay, let's... Let's see what we can... Yeah. Yeah, our water is low. That's not ideal. Epidemic has broken out. It's always something. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay for wood. Okay, we don't need that. That's ridiculous. Okay, so that's ridiculous. So Um, Yikes. This water situation is not ideal. We need to build more water towers. As a matter of urgency. Oh, no, stop. The irrigation plant increases the soil moisture within its range over. Okay. Let's build more water towers. And let's build another jetty here. This water situation's rather diabolical, actually. Okay, so we gotta slow down here. We now have a problem with this stuff. This got us into a lot of trouble before. So we need to fix that in a hurry. Okay. So, resources, tailor shop. Yeah, we need to have more of these than we think we need. Okay. So you're the priority building right now. Because we got to get this water situation under control. Okay, so learned a lesson there. quite a bit of strife here with respect to where is this guy doing his thing. Okay, so that's that. Where's the next one? Okay, so you're out of... Okay. We might actually dismantle that building. And then you can be... So you're good. You can be the priority. Because we're in a lot of trouble here on the water side. Right now. And on the scrap side as well. Yeah, I agree. What do we got for people? Where are we not hurting? Food. Okay. So let's reduce... Oh, dear, dear, dear. Let's reduce our food to this. Let's get our builders up, because right now we're in trouble. We're out of scrap. That's a bummer. Resources, scrapyard. Where can we build one? Okay, we need to build a scrapyard. Over here. That absolutely must be the priority building. Where's your area? You're starting to run out too, aren't you? Okay. So you can move a little bit further afield. You've still got some stuff. Oh. So that was a problem. Well, let's just get that out of the way and we'll go from there. Okay. The water situation. What do we got going on? Sign settlers. The food situation will be a problem here shortly, I can see. Tailors. Okay. That thing. Any time now, guys. Come on. Any time. Let's go. That's better. Yikes, man. Yikes. This is problem child. Our food situation. We need to get the water and food sorted. Okay, so you're built. You. Cool. Okay, so scrap should be getting under control. And then you'll need to do something about the food. Decontamination? What does that do? These are used in this. How do we decontaminate the water? Okay, so the coal is going to be a problem. See that coming a mile away. Okay. We don't have enough decontamination equipment. Don't know quite else what to do. Is there any upgrades for this? How do I... Okay, so we now have a ton of water. So let's get our water carriers down to a sensible level. And wake up our farming and fishing and our tailors. Yeah. So the charcoal stuff. Yeah, we probably don't need that many builders. We do need more tailors, and we do need more people doing that job. So that should sort that out. How's our scrap situation? Because that was... Okay, so what's over in this area? Alright. Gonna have to move you, huh? Okay, so you got stuff. Let's build a warehouse next to this. All right. The water, got a lot of water, but okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So, recycling places. Metal. You need less metal. More cloth. The water situation. Again. We should probably build another hospital down here somewhere. Oh yeah, perfect, perfect. Love to see it. Wonder, good job, good job. Let's make sure that we can, let's go. Oh. What do we got for research? Okay, so the loitering ban is done. Okay. No, I don't. Okay, so the scrap is going to be a problem again. Okay, where's the next guy? So scrap there. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Okay, so the scrap should be okay. Do we have enough people collecting scrap? Yeah, we're all right. Okay, so hub. Where's that pub? Okay. Right. Okay, so scrap is still a problem. May just have to. What's a scrap kitchen? All right. What's the state of our buildings? Okay, so let's get on with doing stuff. Okay, so the so the water situation is good. Yeah, we're not gonna we're not gonna come anywhere close to that. Whatever. Knowledge transfer. Start the research. Whatever. Oh, what's going on? I don't understand how this is even possible. Like, what is going on here? Where's that well guy? Come on, man. No, we don't have anyone spare. There. Well, I think that'll do us for the evening. I think we've hit something of a plateau. And so might just call it a night and pick it up tomorrow. Oh, look at that. Thank you for dropping in, Evan. It's lucky you get to finish work early. We're too bright, overexposed. Where do we go? Yeah, it was this is an interesting game. you it, it's very, very difficult to balance everything, and it you lose momentum. Just happens so quickly that you end up getting behind the eight ball when something doesn't go your way. Then two, three, four things seem not to go your way, and then you have to spend the next half an hour of the game digging yourself out of the hole. Uh, Digging yourself out of the hole that the game. No, I shouldn't say the game has put you in, but um, digging you out of the hole that you found yourself in now in the game, and that's kind of painful. But I guess that's part of the challenge. I the game. So the game came out in March, and it's had sort of a a major update in that time. I think it needs a little bit of refinement because it can be quite. I guess that'll be the feedback I give to the developers. It can be quite aggressive, even at a normal difficulty level. It can be quite aggressive with the problems it presents you, and it ceases to be fun. I think they need to figure out how to balance it so that um, it's a good way to describe it, so that you don't end up with being attacked by raiders during a drought, followed by a sandstorm, and then an epidemic, all in the same 2 seasons or 3 seasons. Um, because once that's okay, that's a challenge, but it happens a lot. It seems to happen like that all the time, and it kind of becomes a chore. I said last night it's kind of tilting. That's maybe a bit not true, but it's pretty it's pretty aggressive in terms of how quickly and harsh it can stack up on you. So like you get lost in it, and that's good. But I think it's a your play sessions are limited to 1 to 1.5 hours. Which, if that's the developer's goal, that's awesome. But for me, this kind of game needs to be, wow, where did 6 hours of my day go for it to be considered a great game, to be in the stratosphere of Civ, and even I found Anno quite like that. You could just basically lose 3 hours and think, where the hell did that time go? And for this game to get to that level, um, it that balance needs to be better. It needs to be, and it's interesting. The tutorial is very good, um, but because there's so much going on in the game, it almost feels like you're constantly under attack by everything, and that might be what they're going for, right? That might be their vibe, but it feels like you're under attack so much in the game that you don't actually logically plan out what you're meant to do next and then execute on that, so that there's sort of it's not rewarding. Dodging uh mishaps and catastrophe all the time is not fun. It's quite stressful. So that would be my feedback to them, which I think I'll figure out how to give it to them in either their Discord, or I'll DM the devs and say, look, good game. The art style's pretty cool. The feel of it's pretty cool, but there's got to be some balancing so you're not punishing the player all the time. But anyway, we'll be back at it tomorrow and try and figure out how to improve things, and yeah, and get that balance right so that we're not constantly flying by the seat of our pants. But anyway, for everyone who joined and said hi in the chat and hung out, that's really cool. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we'll be back at it again tomorrow night with some more Endzone. And wherever you are in the world, have a good evening, good afternoon, good night, good day, good morning, wherever. Enjoy your Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow.